What's in those cigars? Old-time ingredients, buttons from field, pinch of cactus mushrooms, cocoa greeneries gotten from trade with jungle dwellers down below the isthmus, across that flooded ditch. Labyrinth of tangled terrain to drive cart there, not fond of weather. Few active spices, depending on what have on hand. Empty stash box for these rolls by taste. What knots of tubers, plants, roots, seeds. Ingredients to make tasty. Interesting. Wrapped in large tobacco leaves. Very lucky space pukes so thorough. Had suspicion inventorying would factor into planet dominance. Haughty, patronizing plunderers always want catalog exactly what's stealing. If any good stuff remained, they'd know it. Fell was dying, gasping, dying. First try bit bronco, second time better. Spark up another? Not a second thought. Sure, how gonna strike match? Got a Ronson. Survived zip and hand of entomb miner. Found poor fellow slipping away mangled near dead, starved behind roof fall. Terribly trapped. Insisted accept lighter if willing to take time for down in mine burial was speaking over him. Spent several sermons making sure making right. Fake slew straight under hat brim, directly into wide open eyes, staring down that tunnel carved by gold miners, wielding hand tools, clawing after glittering veins. Strain of pulls shivering through seat, soothed, contemplatively rolls stogie between thumb and fingers. Lot of hope next time back around this ground. Guys will be living real ranchers. Big deal for those lugs was being part of something. Bunch rendered lonely, mesmerized with dope denizen drink. Creeps perverting cowboy craving to be involved, something bigger than cells. Manipulating, nurturing natural desire for a place in a place. Might well settle in. Bet gonna take a spell to get through this. Ever want to be part of anything? Riding it. Us. Snake oil sales. Gotta say, go big when join group. Never catch bird doing any give away the dangle for any membership. Hard to believe you're looking like only sane human since Dan. Pretty scary. Ghostly flame lit, veiled ember, wet flakes, swamped smoke, feeling several inhale expandings, exhale deflatings, made consuming real, drama announcing. Identify with minstrels, on a stage, rowdy roving strutters pretending were what were not, all to entertain. Feared for flagrant freedom. Rogue scholars, learned ones, lamentation chanters, rainmakers, brazenly describable arts adept. Strutting the savvy travel shares, cheeky untethered types kneeling to none. Theater crowd, big bunch of wild wind whooshing through towns. Bird agreed to chorus, came vision of self too real to do what could not do. Disappear. Sight flew off from jacket, flapped away, finding storm went on forever. No longer in despair, no longer a witness to incredible, experiencing extraordinary spirit inside, screaming to be free. Panting deeply, filled lungs, froze breathing, still lingering on likely about to die dread, deferred to sternly determine, concentrate on not shitting friend's pocket on way out. Let the hawks eat me. Let the cold freeze song in my chest. I'm ready for my final flight. Ending wings on winds of this world, soar high to greet me, death. Used to all the space the sky can give to be in, squirming against squash, packed in, pinched tight as that poor burrowing shoveler, squeezed, suffocating moment of misgiving. Will live? Echoing same appeal dying digger made for words be spoken over. It all started with a flash and the igniting of the sun. Death to all darkness had come, but truth is, light was the last word off God's tongue. So you tell me, when did our reality become? Delivered clear, powerful voice, rhythm definite, purposeful, way truth used to be spread. Stood tall, hands on hips, inflated, rolled head back, gathering beliefs, working, splattered, mystic crowd for all worth. Raised shoulders, don't know gesture, collapsed chest. Anyway, it's not like some distant past comes down to you. Each moment gets forward leaned, startled, bundled, braced against being dumped out as missionary, wickedly whispered in confidence to hungry ears. Individually, woo, 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 inseminated, woo. Every second is born new. Creation is eternally going on all around you. Unseen crying heard, pleading to hear more. Obvious there hadn't been any preaching up this way for a long while. One in congregation-centered considerations, retracing, tracking own trail. Out flying that ago morning. Different feeling dawned, sense summoned. Never before or since felt so right place at right time. Sun at back, air rising, lifting up. Spotted naked man sporting big boner up a head-on mountain. under his hat, standing on cliff between two beautiful beasts, went to on a rail lacking possibility, left or right turn, gut reaction impulse to trade talk, planning squawk. What are you? Smiling memory, his claws moved a little dance, happy. So much power, so much birth, it's meaningless to think of it with numbers or words like worth. Still, one might be moved to wonder about our great cosmic walkabout. And some say this and some say that. Some go at it with logic and others with baseball bats. The ones that try to pilot do so with prodigious account. But it can't be reasoned and there are no amounts. Neither knew, didn't even suspect, neither cared if either couldn't witness creating days, the sun creating days, between nights winking cycles, tallying how many times each. Neither gasped, years passed before spoke. If nothing else suits you about demands of mine, just say, screw it. Why shouldn't you? Aren't you something? Felt sitting, fall short distance, bouncing, stop. Been an enthusiastic world since Zip. Change of so many generations in one lifetime. Glad war's radiation didn't kill us outright. Feel all right about surviving. Freak settlement population to hiding. One of those things, no unexpected outcome. Better to have experiences, build skills, leave supposing alone, or at least worrying about guesses behind. Tightened shirt and parted shrug. Guess so. Reaction. Know what did him in? Tossed to everything. Grand silence returned, taking his invitation to elaborate. Communication. Wrist sounding like owl. Who? People before Zip? People. Made so didn't have to be close, near enough to touch to anyone to talk to them. Meant would be in touch if wanted. Got that technology centuries before able to bridge how you doing, breath on breath, face to face yak with new instincts. Gave false sense of intimacy till everyday events turned quickly, emergency happened. Traded relationships for chatting connections. Never being near when important occasions occur. Build a lot of anxiety in creatures who thrive on touch. Might as well, out of the blue, reason skin is bad. Say nature made a mistake. Start peeling own hide off cause so smart. Brain bullying instincts. The insistent sleet burden gale pelting. Stirred pulpit preacher presume getting approval to every inspiration. It's like this. We, you, me, Lester, Earl, embody specific characteristics of the largest single entity that is our species. For humanity, my part is heartache, crying over human race's misdeeds. Snarky, snickering snip. When your kind needs kids, sure play daddying part two. Without pause, noted. Don't really conspire with persons in day-to-day, tit-for-tat way. Tend to turn over once in a while, like those digits way left in big numbers. Hard to understand how this was connected. Chance for considering distraction not given is cursorily returned to describing individual's role within species. You are the future for your kind, living what's on horizon. Lester, Earl, are everything, the whole earth's soul, offered what believed. That's why so hard to steer this thing. Any circle can be perfect no matter what the size, the shape of the sun, full moons, the bubbles that children blow can be seen by anyone's eyes. The full book of the cosmos is open, any place perfection lies. Ask why do I live? What makes for perfect sex appeal? Like some dirty old man in a trench coat, the universe is almost too anxious to reveal. Don't make it mysterious or perverse, it's just the way life works. Now this can cause despair, you cry, oh, life ain't fair. That the fool should have as much chance as the wise, and God would give favor to the circumcised. That the evil that you so easily see is not also in his eye. But this is not rocket science, it does not take brains or brawn or royal birth. Weigh it up, pilgrim, you're only asking, what is the love of God worth? It's not some power, wealth, fame, or philosophy. It's just looking in the mirror and asking, what does God mean to me?